You go first.
Okay, so this video I'm going to be going over ways you can use the new multicast other than the standard Midas into Dagon that is really popular and I see everyone talking about all the time. So obviously Midas is good because multicasting Midas gives you an ass ton of gold, but it also gives you a ridiculous amount of experience, so the sooner you get it, the faster you're going to level up. It's definitely a solid thing to get. There's no real reason not to if you can afford to get it in a timely manner. And then the next thing people go for is the Dagon, because you can multicast your Dagon, do a pretty big nuke to several people. It's good for the obvious reasons that damage is nice, but I don't want to talk about those two really because there's a lot of other things you can do with it. So first off, I'm going to start with reasonable early game items that you could get as an ogre.
Is that a squirrel?
Come on!
So first off, you could get a Yule's. And by the way, I have free spells turned on so that I don't have to wait for the cooldowns to, you know, gamble on a multicast for the demonstration. But anyway, you can multicast your Yule's, which would, you know, just remove people from a fight, purge debuffs, interrupt TPs, be obnoxious, get you in a Dota what the fuck video. Just, you know, several applications. Then they just, you know, changed the root mechanic, so Atos is a good choice. You can get yourself a nice 4-man Atos. Just root the shit out of everyone and be annoying. Next you have Solar Crest, if I ever proc it. Just remove armor on several people on the enemy team. Then let's turn these guys this way for a second.
Can I hit something?
Who's stopping you?
Say you are trying to break enemy high ground and you have vision just at the edge. You don't want to jump high ground to kill someone because that's dangerous, but what if you proc a multicast on a force staff?
Guess we better.
Yep.
Well, maybe, if I ever get lucky.
This way.
That's a way.
Let me turn on all vision, that'll make this easier to demonstrate.
Why there?
Who knows?
Holy shit. There we go.
I'll take that.
Me too.
Get a multicast on your force staff, push people out of position,
Ow!
kill them. It also works if you're defending. You could force staff people into your
You go
base.
first.
Yeah, let's throw them back over here. That takes care of the early game ones,
Not one
which
big
are
one.
all relatively easy to get. Then,
Not me.
No, me.
if you make it late game, here are some ridiculous items you can multicast.
I'll do legs this time.
You can get a nullifier, which is gonna be probably not an ideal choice for an ogre, but since you can give people attack speed,
Don't let him do that.
they'll be able to proc more nullifier chart or
After you.
After you.
instances, whatever you want to call it, than normal. If you have a hero like Drow or Medusa attacking multiple targets, that would be great. Then AoE sheep stick essentially.
Axes of pig.
That's always a good thing.
Okay.
This one's probably going to be one of the more broken ones since it goes through BKB. You can get a 1 to 4 man Abyssal Blade on the enemy team for no real reason, which is pretty obnoxious. You can multicast Bloodthorn, silencing and giving crit and True Strike on several people at a time. And then if you do go for the Dagon build, then late game you can...
They're trying to knock down your middle.
Sorry, I think my mic cut out there for a second. I was saying if you do go for the Dagon build, you can get an E-Blade and do the same
I
effect.
saw a thing.
Enhance the damage from your Dagons by E-Blading multiple people and amping their magic damage.
Good idea.
That one, though, is a bit more gambly than the rest, though. Because if you happen to accidentally
Mine.
E-Blade a target, your carrying's focus, or your carry is focusing off of the multicast, they're probably going to get pretty annoyed with you. So those are all higher gold items that you can get later on. And then I also have an honorary mention of Urn and Spirit Vessel. And the reason I say this is honorary is because, hold on, let me wait for this to expire to show you.
Is that a squirrel?
Come on!
See, it says that it multicasts, but it only gives one debuff, and it doesn't spread into the AoE.
Let me through.
So that one's misleading. It would look like it's working if you weren't paying close attention, but it doesn't actually do it. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's an intentional thing, but my idea of getting extra uses out of Spirit Vessel charges is not going to happen, apparently. But anyway, those are utility uses for the new multicast as opposed to the just greedy Midas Dagon try and do a bunch of damage build.
You go first.
I also tested on several targeted actions that you can use on allies, such as Lotus Orb,
Your middle tower is under attack!
giving people a Moon Shard,
Good
stuff
idea.
like that. None of that seems to multicast, so I'm pretty sure it has to be on a hostile unit for it to work now.
If your
And
mid
then
tower could talk,
Another
it'd be
honorary
pretty
mention
magic.
is Diffusal
Rally
Blade,
the troops and get
Must be
over
better.
there.
because say you got the enemy team running, you could,
Your middle tower is
well,
under attack.
hold on. Here, let me do that.
Rest is for the dead.
Get
Good
those
idea.
guys
Because it
moving.
was mine.
You can multicast your slow and just make the enemy team slow as shit. And obviously it's gonna stack with your ignite.
My turn.
But that being said, I don't know that it would ever be really worth it to buy a Diffusal Blade on Ogre, unless you're going for like some attack speed oriented right click Ogre and want mana burn on top of the slow. But
I'll do legs this time.
anyway, those are, you know, just things you can do other than try and go for golden nukes, because you don't always need damage. Sometimes you need utility and control. So yeah, that's it. I'm probably gonna do more 7.2 videos, since this is a really interesting patch to me. And it changed a lot of heroes that I like, and changed some that I didn't like before. So I'm probably gonna be messing around with a lot of those things and seeing if I have anything worth making a video over. Thanks for watching. I'll probably try to get another one out
Let's go north.
sometime in the next week. I don't have anything to do after Thanksgiving. Go ahead and let me know what you think in the
thank you.
comments.
Thank you.